Frank Macarola. Thank you so much for being here in Dallas, Texas. How are you today?
Sure, doing well. Thanks for having me on.
Well, this is a great place on the Valder Beebe Show to talk about offshore wind power. My home base, I broadcast across the nation, but I'm in Dallas, Texas, and we have a lot of wind power. And you're going to tell us about offshore wind power. This is a new era of energy. Would you explain that for me?
Sure. Offshore wind energy is really the next great American energy resource. It's abundant, it's affordable, it's reliable, it's produced right here at home. It's going to help drive economic growth, create jobs in the U.S. It's going to help clean our environment and provide for public health. It's also going to reduce our dependence on foreign sources of energy. And so that's a national security win and an energy security win. There's a lot of excitement around this new offshore resource that we're producing here in the U.S. And so I'm happy to talk to you this morning about it.
When you talk about the offshore wind, my notes say you've got about 30 projects under development. Could you speak a little about that?
That's right. These are major offshore wind projects under the development process. There are three major projects that are under construction right now, and those three projects alone provide enough energy to power 1.6 million homes in the U.S. And so that's really a great story, as we're going to continue to need more energy. We're going to see over the next few years a rise in demand for electricity. It's perfect timing that this new industry is standing up here in the U.S. to support the energy needs of the American people. Right now, we have abundance of onshore wind and solar, and those parts of the sector are growing as well. We have a growing battery storage sector of our renewable energy space, and so the complement of offshore wind to provide this energy for the American people is really much needed right now, and it's great timing, and it's really a positive story for the American people.
It is a good story, and it says, the investment is over $50 billion in these projects that are ongoing. What will this do for local economies, though? This is what people usually should ask or want to ask.
That's absolutely right. Around the U.S., we're going to create about 56,000 jobs by 2030, an additional $14 billion in investment over that time period. It's not just jobs created in the area in which we're producing the energy. There is a lot of economic development that goes into providing the necessary parts and labor that are needed for these projects. So you think about shipbuilding around the country. The offshore wind industry is revitalizing our American maritime industry. So now, 40 vessels, these are large-scale ships that are under construction to provide the service and maintenance and installation that's needed for these projects. So the ripple effects that are positive throughout our economy can really be felt as a result of this transition to clean energy and to offshore wind specifically.
Well, I had an opportunity to do this interview only because of American Clean Energy Power Association, and I'm really grateful. I need to know the environmental hazards or benefits of doing this.
The environmental benefits are really significant. So you think about what it takes to produce electricity in the U.S. For many years, we produced it from dirtier forms of energy like coal. And so to be able to transition away from fossil fuels to cleaner power, that's really a positive for public health. It's a positive for reducing our CO2 emissions. Those are the GHG emissions, the major contributor to the effects of climate change. So being able to mitigate against that, that's an added benefit that we have with this clean energy source.
My audience, as they may want to know more information, especially when you see these wind farms being built in rural areas, they, like, oh, what's that, Where do you go online and find out more information about all the good this is doing for us?
Yeah, they can go to cleanpower.org. They can read about the positive benefits of offshore wind, as well as the benefits of other renewable clean energy sources like onshore wind and solar and battery storage. We're seeing a transition to clean energy, a renaissance for energy here in the United States, and renewable energy, our industry is leading the way in that clean power renaissance. So you can find out more about it at cleanpower.org.
And I failed to tell my audience, Frank Macarola, that you are the Chief Policy Officer at America's Clean Power Association. I want to thank you for stopping by and educating us on the Valder Beebe Show.
Absolutely.
It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for having me. Take care.
Hi, I'm Valder Beebe, host of The Valder Beebe Show. We have over 1,000 videos on ValderBeebeShow.com and YouTube.com/Valder Beebe Show. We upload new videos daily. Our site is a modern baby boomer platform with news and information important to boomers. Subscribe to YouTube.com/Valder Beebe Show and stay connected as I interview the world's most fascinating people.